Before we get this week's interview started, I wanted to let you know it does feature a sensitive subject, but an amazing cause. One of the interviewees, Robin Treat, is the director of the foundation and the mother of one of the victims, Angelique Ramirez. Also, I did confirm for the race, every runner will receive a shirt and commemorative finish medal. Even if you register late, they will order more medals to pick up at a later date if sold out.
You've entered the Houston Running Zone, the ultimate podcast for runners in the Houston area, featuring the everyday runners who inspire us, clubs, gear, races, and runcations. Houston, we've got the runs.
All right, today in the zone, I've got a real treat for you today. Most of the time we have inspirational runners. We do races for some amazing causes, but this race and this foundation that I'll be talking with today, I believe every single person in Houston needs to get behind this. Here with the Santa Fe 10 Memorial Foundation, I've got Megan Grove, Robin Treat, and Marilyn Richardson. Welcome to the zone.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I really want to, first of all, touch base for those that have not heard, maybe they're new to Houston, the Santa Fe 10 Memorial Foundation. Who can kind of tell me a little bit as far as, I know what it is, but I want to make sure I do it justice in telling us what the foundation is about before we kind of get into the race details.
So the Santa Fe 10 Memorial Foundation was formed in the wake of great tragedy. On May 18, 2018, a lone gunman entered the high school and killed 10 individuals, injured 13 to 14 others, affected many students, and our community was forever impacted. So this year, which is approaching the 3-year anniversary, we'll be hosting our first Run in Remembrance event to honor the 10. So the mission of the foundation is to design and build a memorial that honors and remembers all those lost, but also provides a place for the survivors and community members to come and pay respects to those that were lost in our community. The thing about memorials, it is to honor the deceased, but it's a place for the living to go. And so one of the things that we have tried to do with this memorial is bring stakeholders together. So we have brought together families of the deceased. We have brought in community members. We have enlisted support from teachers, coaches, counselors, any individual who knew one of the 10 or was impacted in some way by the event, so that we could provide a place of solitude, a place of reverence where people can just go and take a moment and talk to the individual if they want to, or if they want to learn more about them. So I hear the family members say all the time, one of the things that they want is they want to tell the world about either their children or their spouse or their sister or their brother. They want to talk about their life, about how they lived, about how wonderful they were when they were alive. And they want it to come from the people that know and love them best. And that's part of what this memorial will be. It will be a tribute to their life, not so much the memory of their death.
That's awesome. And obviously amazing cause. As far as the race, it's part of a lot of events that you're putting on. But obviously with this podcast, a lot of people are runners. So either they want to participate, they want to volunteer, they want to give back. Kind of give us, because it's coming up here next week, kind of give us a little bit of detail as far as the first event, which will be the 5K race, kind of like is the location and things like that.
So the location is going to be at Jack Brooks Park in Hitchcock. It's going to start right after the Galveston County Rodeo Grounds parking lot. And then it will go down the trails. They'll circle around the Veterans Memorial and then come back. We've got so many people out there volunteering. We're having a big old silent auction. We've got people coming to play music and start the race and end the race. But this run in particular, our first one, we really wanted to make this one happen this year specifically because it's the last year that the freshmen in 2018 will be there. And so this is, just one more thing that they get to include the ones that they're missing in their senior year. So a lot of them have included them in their parking spaces or prom or other senior events like the senior sunrise. So this is just one more way to honor them before they actually walk the stage the following weekend and graduate. And then every year after that, it's just going to be something to, be able to honor and remember everybody and continue to keep their memory alive.
And I like how you're celebrating the life, not the passing, which is great. But I mean, and I think when the 5K comes about, it'll be a positive thing in a way. You're creating something for the community to get out to live life, especially now in 2021. People want to get out of their houses and have life as normal, I'd imagine.
Yes, and we also want to show support. That's what the Run in Remembrance is all about. It's about bringing people back together for the same cause.
And you said you probably have a lot of volunteers already. If you need extra volunteers, where would they go, or what other ways can they support to help out the race or help out the foundation?
Marilyn, do you want to take that?
Yes, ma'am. If volunteers want to come support in any way, they can send us an email at sften10@gmail.com. And then she will forward those to me, to Marilyn, and I will make sure we find a spot for them. We're going to have the silent auction. You might need people there. But also, if anybody is interested in sponsoring a senior or sponsoring a student, we have some students that are interested in doing the run and would love to participate. So we've started where we are able to, people want to donate and sponsor that student to be able to, for them to come out that day and run it.
And so the race itself, I believe, I'll make sure I get the date right. It's May 22nd. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, terrific. Now, Robin, if you don't mind sharing, and feel free to share as little or as much as you want, as far as you have a connection to the memorial, of course, the whole foundation. What will the memorial mean to you? I mean, I know I'm asking kind of a vague question, but I kind of want to get your impact as far as, because you have a closeness to this.
For me, the memorial is extra special because the parents that wanted to be involved were heavily involved in every step of the process. And so we were able to choose so much about the complete design. Once it's built, we're still involved every step of the process, and we're able to create it exactly how we want our loved ones to be remembered. And the fact that it will be preserved, forever, and all the generations to come at the high school will be able to know them and remember them, and everybody else that, they're not comfortable going to a cemetery, or maybe there's not a cemetery, maybe they were cremated. This gives everybody a place to go and learn about our babies and learn about our spouses and just really understand how much of an impact they made on this world, because every single one of them did in their own unique way.
Yeah. Well, I did see on the website, there was a YouTube video and all the details about the memorial, and it's amazing. I mean, every last minute detail. Would you like to share some details about it, or is there a specific detail that you really feel passionate about, or just any details about it that you'd like to share?
The feather specifically, because it's very tailored and unique to each individual. So the feather itself is going to be unique in its own way to each individual. And then the place that we get to design and put however we want our loved one to be remembered, that is the most special and important to me, because it's so unique to them and it's handpicked exactly what we want. And so I think it's pretty awesome that exactly what we want is going to be the piece that's remembered forever.
I mean, yeah, we're all individuals. They should be individualized, everything.
So Keith, just to expand on Robin's point a little, so each of the feathers are going to be curved according to the individual's age and their hometown or birthplace and degrees, latitude, and longitude. So when she says unique to every individual, she truly means it represents them. It represents their life. It represents their age. It represents where they grew up or where they were born, whichever city or place has special meaning to that family.
Wow, that's amazing. Now we have obviously the 5K that we're talking about, everything, shirts, medals, Jack Brook Park, May 22nd. And I also have some other events for those that may be listening to this after May 22nd. Anybody else would like to share as far as some of the other events that are also coming up that they can either volunteer, support, or be a part of?
Sure. So one of the other events that's ongoing in our community is the It Takes a Tribe kickball tournament. And that's on May 15th. And that just provides a place originally intended for students, but it can be adults too, to give them a place to go where they're with their friends. It's so close to the anniversary. We don't want people left alone or to deal with this by themselves. So that was created on the first anniversary by Jared Faust and some other teachers at the school. So that's going on May 15th. And then also on May 18th, 5 high school students will be dedicating a remembrance piece called the Unfillable Chair. It represents a place where no one else can sit, a space that could never be filled. And 5 students from Santa Fe High School classes of 2018 to 2021 have designed this piece. And it's going to be dedicated on May 18 at 3:30 at the high school. And as Robin said earlier, it was important that it be done by the 3-year anniversary because this is the last class that was there that day. This is the class that lost the most number of their classmates. 5 of them were freshmen that year. This was the class most impacted in numbers. So just goes back to Robin's point. It's important, this anniversary in particular, because we want to make sure that all of the students and teachers that were killed are honored in a way that they deserve.
Well, the floor is all yours. I got all the information that I need, but I really want to make sure that I'll send up the links and everything to the website and directly to the race, everything that the readers or the listeners need to know. But also, what else can we do, or what else would you like to add to make sure that we get a lot of people to support this amazing cause?
I do want to say one thing, like you've mentioned, is the website. You visit the website, it is a beautiful setting, and just scrolling through that, you'll find a lot of information, upcoming information. Follow on Facebook and just share. I think it's just huge in sharing this information, and that will, sharing and networking with everybody could make it happen.
Yeah. And I see that also you can take donations via Venmo, via credit card. It could be a one-time, it could be just a small donation every single month. There's so many different ways. You can even connect with Amazon on Amazon Smile. There's so many ways that we can be involved. It's not about finding big companies to do $10,000 grants, which is okay. It's all about everybody doing just a little bit something to make a huge difference. Mm-hmm. Anything else anybody else would like to share? It's all yours.
So we appreciate the support we've received thus far. The Skufka Family Foundation is providing a generous donation to help with the Unfillable Chair and to help towards the memorial. And then Amico Federal Credit Union and Texas Farm Bureau are helping sponsor our Run in Remembrance. So we would definitely like to thank our sponsors for helping this vision become a reality. So this started as Robin's vision. This is something she wanted to do. And so we're helping support her on her journey to make sure that her daughter and the other 9 are remembered.
Excellent. Would you like to mention the names as well?
Sure. So at our Run in Remembrance, we will be running to honor Jared Connor Black, Shayna Fisher, Christian Riley Garcia, Kyle McLeod, Ann Perkins, Angelique Ramirez, Savika Sheikh, Chris Stone, Cynthia Tisdale, and Kimberly Vaughn.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Any other last minute details you'd like me to share? It's all yours.
Yeah, Keith, we really appreciate you reaching out. And if people hearing this have other ideas on ways they'd like to support our cause, again, just please have them email sftenmemorialfoundation@gmail.com, and we'd be happy to get in touch with them.
Oh, yes. Thank you for sharing, and look forward to promoting this as well as an ongoing promotion for years to come.
Thanks for visiting the Houston Running Zone. If you know someone you'd like to be featured in the zone, go to thehoustonrunningzone.com and send us a message. Until next week, always remember, Houston, we've got the runs.